position up past the 40-yard line. Give to Cook out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Again on first down, Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively. No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. At the 40. They'll run with Cook, and they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season, big-time success, putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return, Deontay Harris. Able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
Number 22.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
35-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
This is Breida, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
3 on the play. First down, Miami.
Now Allen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 43-yard line.
They run with Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
First down.
On first down, here's Breida. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
From just shy of midfield, Allen forced out to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Incomplete.
And just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Carlson now to kick this one away. Here's Harris to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much.
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play too.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To the air. Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And they'll begin by running the option. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find Warner. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Davion Taylor there to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for... And it's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 65 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Here's Harris to return it. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Juan Smith in on the tackle. 5 yards on the play.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Now Allen to throw on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
1st down, Dolphins.
Allen. Flush to his right. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 39. He went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
2nd and 2.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. That, Charles, the 1st interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the 1st one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a 2nd season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Allen going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
3-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Here's Allen. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it. Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up.
Well, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Quick throw here by Allen, complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Throwing now is Allen. Flushed out right. That'll be complete to Breida. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here's Harris to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he'll be out right at the 35.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10. At their own 30.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
At the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. And that's caught inside the 30. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long. Now Allen, dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is fielded at the 7. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 82 yards. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half is getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
28.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Harris to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. Yeah, looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now it's Breida. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
They run again with Breida. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
We'll see if it's that easy here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, it's Cook. A gain of 3, second down.
Taken down at the 41. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one good for 37 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dalvin Cook. Second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders are pouring it on. Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Raiders 35. Dolphins nothing. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's Harris to return it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
On the return, the Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Forced out to his left. And he finds a man in the crossing route. And he's brought down after a very nice this gain. 23 yards on the play. Here's Breida. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
That would give to Breida.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
From midfield, here's Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They start the drive with Cook. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's 2nd and 8. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
A quick throw now complete to Ross. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Complete to John Ross. Out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2. Pass incomplete.
The pass incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. To throw again. Got his connection, complete to Ruggs. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the Raiders are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
At the 3-yard line. A 4-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and goal.
His pass caught at the 4. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
On the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. He was looking for Albert Okwuegbunam was the target there, and that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Allen. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
Number 84.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They run it again with Cook. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
The tackle made.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one.